Alright folks, welcome back to Let's Play Trapped on the Mysterious JG. You can see Allura / Alicia still in the Reina outfit. I just got done defeating, what's his name? The dude, German, Herzog. And then I defeated a couple of those Legionnaire demon dudes. And now we are about, I believe, to click over to plot stuff with Rachel. No. Harry Potter and the Dead Dudes. Yeah, well, it's been a bad day. Hey, check it out. You're who I came to see. Rachel? This is not what I was expecting today, but I refuse to fight you, Rachel. So let's not fight with Rachel and see what happens. Ellipsis. And apparently that ends the chapter. Okay. Don't mind me, folks. I have to do something to sync the video up. Doesn't matter. I'm going to save my game before we start messing around with this next area. Dude. Because what we're going to do next, folks, is we are going to take on the final side mission of Branch A. There's two branches, A and B. So let's do the final side mission of Branch A and see what that is. Because if, you know, Rachel pulls out a knife, starts coming at us to stab us, we go, ah! And then refuse to fight back. And then promptly go to a chapter break. Meaning that we have the opportunity to do a side mission right in the middle of all this. Now, should we do the side mission in this costume? No. If you really enjoyed that costume, I apologize for it having only a brief appearance in this LP. But for reasons that you'll see in a moment, I feel like we should do this this particular plot battle. I don't think there should be any disguises. I think Alicia / Allura should be dressed up in her own clothes. She should be true to herself. Be the best Allura she can be as we get ready for the final Branch A side story. Now loading. Now loading. Now loading. Now loading. Huh? Who are you? I'm sure I've seen you before. ... Why did you kill them? Weren't they fellow humans like you? To kill humans is my mission. Yes, that's right, folks. We have a special boss battle with Millennia. A mysterious woman. No one knows her name or where she came from, let alone her age. Yeah, because you would think that, you know, her age would be, I guess, something you might want to know, but wouldn't her name and where she came from probably be more important? She's immune to fire and electrical damage. Sucks. Immune to ice damage. Defense against boulders, wall attacks, oil, anger, magnetism, and projectiles. Well, shit. Immune to fire damage? I mean, what the hell are we supposed to do to her? I have read how, according to some, this is tougher than the final boss fight. You can't do the magnet shit to her, so let's not even play with that and just, I don't know, let's see what we can do. I've had some luck knocking people into that rock. From what I've heard, though, remember how Rachel could use traps against us and stuff? Apparently she does much the same. Yeah, see, she just got done setting off one of our traps. And she tried to set that one off on us. Hey, but I knocked her into this stone thingy. That was cool. This is going pretty well. Just kind of wandered right into it. Now she does have a melee attack, which is more than we've got. Yeah, I was reading how she will never walk into your traps. Apparently, she kind of will, as long as yeah, it seems like she's walking into traps a lot. You know, I really liked your game. It was so sad to have to kill you. It was also sad that you died like a bitch. Damn, I was expecting that to be really hard. That was my first try, folks. Wow. Okay, well, I can't really call that a video unto itself. I was expecting that to be really hard. I don't know. Maybe I just got damn lucky, but you know what? I think I'm going to call that a victory and never play that boss fight again and have a 100% easy win record against Millennia. I think that's what I'm going to do. Now, it helped, of course, that I had all the best traps at my disposal, but, I mean, wow. She set off one of my traps, and I managed to get out of the way, and then, like, her whole walking around being very careful of traps. Seems like after she sets off your traps, she gets sort of more vulnerable to traps, and I comboed her ass. That was easy. Wow. Now, it's before we get too excited. I had some real problems beating the demon. As I mentioned in the last video, I've now won the game with all the different endings off camera, just to sort of establish that I could do it. And I even, wow, you know, you're not going to believe this. You remember the dude, the wizard dude who actually appeared in the plot scenes once or twice, who I was joking around and the video title was Imitation Gandalf? I actually hit him with the dark delusion that is the dark delusion of you. The dark delusion where you blow that statue head so that it rolls down the stairs, and you have to hit the statue head with a wall and knock it into the statue body, so the statue body will pick up the head. I told you guys that I'd done that off camera, but I hadn't been able to hit an enemy with it, and then I tried to do it for you on camera and messed it up. Well, I did that off camera against him. Managed to hit him with it. I was so excited. And kind of pissed off that I wasn't recording at the time. And now I just crushed Millennia easily. Wow. So, I tell you what, folks. Let's take a crack at the final boss. Because this is stage 15. Now, Millennia will not show up in our list of characters we defeated, because that's only the plot mission characters, not the side mission characters. But wow, I was underwhelmed. I thought I would have lots of time to... Not that I had really thought of anything witty or clever to say, but I had sort of decided that Allura was going to wander around avoiding traps, trying to hit Millennia, failing, and talking about how, oh, I really admire the job you did with the Time Noids. I was hoping I could get your autograph. I mean, tell me, really, what was it that inspired you to turn against the Time Noids and side with your brother cousin, with whom you kind of had a vaguely weird romantic relationship? Really, what was it that gave you the strength to do that? And then Millennia's response would, of course, be ... or to destroy humans is my mission. But I didn't really get a chance to do that because it was over too friggin' fast. But we can now get back to the story itself. This might end up being the best video ever because now that I've seen it, I'm not going to be able to really act that surprised. But I really love the cinema sequence that's coming up. Remember, folks, in the story, although we took this bizarre little strange interlude with strange figures, weird figures, but, you know, pardon us for a strange interlude, we did just fight Millennia. But what was actually happening is Richelieu was threatening us with a knife. And we were refusing to fight back. That's where the story left off. That's where we're going to pick things up. Oh, I should have put on the... now I should have switched over to the Millennia outfit, because I could say that by defeating Millennia, I have earned her outfit. My breathing is so labored. Fuck! She just stabbed us! There was no hesitation. I can't do it. I can't kill you. My traps aren't working. Now Rachel becomes my favorite character ever. I'm so happy for you, princess. I love you, Allura. Ha ha ha. But she just fucking stabbed her dad. So, I'm so happy for you. Oh, you found your bliss. You're resisting the devil's power and being a good person. Now die, bitch. Ha ha ha. And now Rachel will actually get to commune with her demon master. Let's see her in her moment of bliss here. Yeah, forget about Jace. Yeah, she's a psycho. Oh, fuck Rachel. She just tried to stab you to death. When you are with me. So I don't remember the words to my sacrifice. I don't know the words to any Creed songs, and I'm proud of that. I'll buy you some time. I'll get my ass kicked in like 4 seconds, but I'll last as long as Millennia did. You've got to live. You can't do anything against the demon, lowly maggot. Be gone, maggot! Yes, a drill sergeant slash demon. I want it all, baby! Well, you need pure chewing satisfaction. What's that? Whose slogan was that? Was that Snickers? They had satisfaction in their slogans. It's like, my hands, they're all creepy. Oh, okay, they are creepy. Devil power is kind of scary a little bit. Oh, he's turned into a demon. What was the point of him even having a previous form? It's not like we fought him. I'm hot for you, baby. I'm a big old bee. For me, I'm not used to the idea of creepy men hungering for my body, even though every guy I've come across in this game has wanted to. Well, not all of them, I mean literally, but yeah, I've had a significant number of people, particularly in the side quests, have been pretty rape hungry. But anyway, I don't think this guy wants to rape her. I think he pretty much wants to, like, you know, shred her soul and stuff, so that's not good. The battle with Herzog ends. Rachelu appears before Alicia and attacks her in order to make her the final sacrifice of the fiend. Can we have just one more sacrifice? Okay, but this is the final sacrifice. Goody, goody, goody. But she loses her life before completing the revival of Richelu's own soul becomes a sacrifice, and the fiend is finally revived. Richelu's soul becomes a sacrifice in the fucking coolest moment ever. I've been waiting so long, my servant. Get a freaking move on, would you? Okay, no guarantees. I was actually planning to not... I was going to show you the I lose to the demon ending first, but I'm inspired by that battle with Millennia to attempt to do this on the first try. There's no particular reason to think I will be able to do this. It took me several tries to beat him off camera. Quite a few tries it took me to beat him off camera, so there's no reason to think that I'm going to be able to do this very easily on the first try, but I'm going to give it a shot. Now, you'll notice I started setting up those traps. The key to beating him, to make him easy, completely invulnerable, can't hurt him with any of your traps until you've activated the Dark Delusion in this room. And to do that, as I read in the FAQ, otherwise I would have had no fucking idea. I probably would have played around with it and eventually discovered it. But you've got to knock over... There's 4 pillars. You see, I've already got the Death Iron, which is a really cool looking trap that I kind of didn't describe to you, but I did use it against Millennia. It's a wall trap you get. It's the trap that I got... I think I got that one for the ending where I fought back against Richelieu, which ended the game prematurely. And the Death Hammer thing I've been using, I think is what I got for beating the game, losing to the demon. And then there's a death pill that shoots out of the floor, which really isn't as useful as it might sound, which I got for beating the demon. But anyway, using the pendulum... Oh, and I found out that you can use pendulums to knock these things over, because I remember I was wondering as I ran around in this thing back when we were actually just fighting through regular enemies in Chapter 14, how am I going to knock these things over anyway? You can use the wall trap, the Death Iron to knock over the ones close to the wall, the pendulum to knock over the others, but you got to knock over those 2. There's 2 more on this side. gotta knock all 4 of them over before you can set up the Dark Delusion, which is the only thing that will make Malphas vulnerable to damage. Generally speaking, you want to stay... I have found you can't just get as far away from... See, and that's like purple light. Purple lines of light. That's because... that's like your big clue that there's something going on with these. I have found you actually don't want to get as far away from Malphas as you possibly can. If you get close to him, he uses this sort of wide area attack that you can't really avoid that knocks you down. And if you're really unlucky, if he knocks you down with it, he'll just keep using it on you and you'll never be able to get up and get away and you'll die. But if you get really far away from him, A, he starts teleporting around, which makes it difficult to keep track of where he is. But he only does that if you get really far away. B, he has sort of a ranged attack where he just kind of shoots a bunch of blasts up in the air and they land, and it seems kind of random, but I found that much more difficult to avoid. If you can keep sort of a moderate distance from him, he'll just keep following you. That is what you want. Because he's not really that dangerous when he does that. Although now I just teleported up, and he used, you might have seen that little red blast behind me. That was him using his area attack. Now, I've got all 4 of those things knocked down. You might see... let me get rid of the vacuum floor for just a minute so you can... Well, you can't really see it here anyway. But when we actually get over to... he does not use your traps against you, which is nice. You just see there's a section in the middle of there with like a pentagram. You want to lure him over there. You want to get him to walk across that. Which you just did! So, Dark Delusion time. This does not win me the game. It just means that I can start hurting him. Because he's completely invulnerable until you do this, Dark Delusion. Hey, we're, I can't remember the name of the summon from Final Fantasy VII, but Knights of the Round. Yeah, that's pretty much what this is. Dig that motherfucker. And now they're off to be characters in Diablo 2. Now that angel dude kind of looked like that. But as you can see, he teleports away from traps, so what I sometimes am able to get to work against him is if you kind of combo a couple of traps, you might be able to get her to teleport away from the first one, and then get hit by the second or third. Yeah, 45 damage. See, that's gonna take a long time to kill him that way, but it's better than nothing. He's still following me. I think he threw something at me. Uh-oh. I don't think he's following me now. I think he's using it. Yeah, I got too far away and he's using that ranged attack. And I got lucky it didn't hit me that time. The big problem here really is that there's no place to recharge your health, and you gotta hit him a lot to win. It'd be really nice to hit him with the Death Hammer, but he seems to be avoiding that one pretty much. It's like doo-doo-doo. So, ah, shit, I got too far away from him again. He's using that range attack again. Yeah, because I don't know a reliable way to avoid that. But I'm slowly chipping away at him here, but yeah, I mean, up to this point, I've already, on 2 occasions, gotten too far away. And just gotten lucky that I didn't get... See, he's doing it again! He hunkers down and does this ranged attack business. And now I just ran into flaming death. Totally my own fault. Now he's doing his close-up attack. Can't really blame him here. I brought this on myself. Damn it. And I think he just is... No, I got one sliver of life left, but I don't think I'm gonna pull it off this time, folks. Oh well, I gave it a shot. I was gonna have to lose to him eventually so you could see this ending, but I did not. Yeah, I didn't. I was getting too far away from him. I wasn't controlling his movement pattern. Not like this, Mother. I wanted to die, against Richelieu. I wanted to die of the stab wound I received from Richelieu. But you didn't. Sucks to be you. Oh well. Hey, that doesn't take anything away from my victory over Millennia. Ugh! Ah! Princess Allura! Everything's great. I'm great. I don't look suspicious at all. So yeah, you fight the demon, you lose, and then she starts looking kinda, you know, creepy. Anyway, if you coming there, JC boy? Are you looking at my butt? I'll kill you if you look at my butt. Her arm is glowing with evil power, okay. Wait, that's it? Wait a minute. She leaves the castle with Jace, and her arm glows with evil power. I thought I remember the ending being better than that. Or maybe... Oh, I'm losing my mind. I've played through the game too many times now to keep them straight. You folks at home will know. When we fought back against Richelieu, we ended up getting possessed by the demon. And didn't we fight that one sorceress chick and stab her with like a real trap? Yeah, okay. I guess this is a different ending then. This ending just kind of sucks. You leave with Jesu, and you're obviously evil because your arm's glowing with Satan power, and you're going around with really thinned eyes. Which, anime characters don't have thinned eyes. I mean, Asian people might have thinned eyes in real life, but they don't usually give them to their cartoon characters unless their cartoon characters being evil. So, yeah, that's what we got out of Richelieu here. Or not Richelieu, I mean Allura. She was going around with having thin eyes, and she wasn't talking much, and she was walking slow, and she wasn't going which basically means she'd become possessed by the devil. So that's what that means, folks. If you go around in your normal life and you walk, kind of slowly, that's a sign. If you ever thin your eyes, that's a sign. But the real thing is, if you find yourself not going, you are the servant of the devil. Sorry, it's just how it works. So, yeah, I wanted to beat him that time. I decided I was inspired by the surprisingly easy victory over Millennia to attempt to do better, or to just beat the demon, and then I would come back and show you the losing to the demon ending separately. That would have been great. There'd be no pressure on me. And the last video of the LP, I'd have no pressure at all. I could just go out there and dumbass. I would have had no pressure. I could just go out there, fight, and not even worry about it. But no, that was not to be the case because I couldn't get it done against the demon. So what's going to come next in this LP, folks? I'm going to throw in the Millennia outfit. My character in the game. Well, I'm not going to do that in real life. Although I could. You wouldn't know. I could be wearing like a cosplay Millennia outfit this whole time. You wouldn't know. But that would be kind of expensive. It would appear to involve thigh-high leather boots. But yeah, I'm going to, in the next video, Alicia/Allura will be in the Millennia outfit, and we're going to play through... I'm going to have to play through the whole game one more time to get back up to the end. But I'm going to... Yeah, no bonus content. I already got it, so don't worry about it. Thank you anyway, game. I'm going to play through with Millennia version of Allura, and basically the point is that I'm going to play all the side quests, but there's another tier of B-side quests, and you could be forgiven for not watching them, folks, because there's no voice acting. It'll just be my own voice acting. If you enjoy my goofy voice acting, this is going to be fantastic for you. But they're no harder than the side missions were for the A plotline, and as you've probably noted, the A plotline missions weren't that freaking hard, the sideline missions. So I'll have another set of sideline missions, generally fighting one or two enemies in isolation and defeating them and getting some on-screen dialogue I can try to read in goofy voices, and I'll be wearing the Millennia outfit, and that'll be great. And we'll get back up to the end, and then I'm going to, hopefully it won't take me like 30 tries, but I gotta beat that demon again. It took me quite a few tries to beat it the first time, and of course the frustrating thing is that if you lose, you do get an ending, and it sends you out to this screen. So what you really got to do if you want to win against it is you've got to keep fighting it, and if you get to where you're one hit away from losing, you got to, like, pardon my French, but you got to pull out. You know what I'm saying? You got to pull out if you don't want if you don't want an unwanted pregnancy, or if you don't want an unwanted ending. I shouldn't have said that. But no, I'm going to have to fight the demon, and I'm going to have to just hit the pause button and click retry if I get close to being defeated, which would be frustrating. It's kind of like if you ever played Street Fighter Alpha 3, I think it is, the home port. And I must have been doing it. Must have been this way in the arcade too. You lose, you get to continue, except against Bison at the end, where if you lose, you get a bad ending and have to start the game over if you want to see your character's ending, which seems kind of mean and unfair. And what it basically means is that if you really are determined to see your character's ending, but you're not that great against them Bison, you got to be standing by with somebody to hit start on controller too, so that if you lose a round against Bison, then somebody comes in and challenges you, you defeat them, and then you go back to fighting. That's frustrating. And we're going to have something similar going on here, because the Fiend is not easy. I had heard and read that Millennia is even harder to beat than the Fiend, but I beat Millennia like, boom, no problem. Like, just whooped up on her. The tactics that I was using against Millennia are not going to work against the Fiend, because if you just stand there against the Fiend waiting for it, maybe, I don't know, maybe it could. Maybe I'm making too much of the Fiend, and I could crush it that way, but it seems like if you trigger a trap on the Fiend, it teleports. And the only way that you can ever combo it is if you get lucky and it teleports away from one trap into another. So I kind of spaced them around where I did, and I was getting him pretty consistently able to hit him with the Death Iron for like 45 damage. But that's not a lot of damage. And the real key is that you just got to be able to go a long time without getting hurt. I wasn't able to do it. Anyway, this video is almost half an hour long now, and I only really had 2 battles, so I guess I should shut up. But I hope you enjoyed that ending, in which, I don't know, I don't think it was as cool as the ending where you kill the chick. You know, the chick gets axed in the back. And, of course, the other thing about fighting and defeating Richelieu is you actually get to find out what Richelieu's deal is. You don't get that here. What you do get, although it's not technically part of the ending, because it happens before you fight the demon, but you do get one of the coolest cinema scenes in the game, where Richelieu delivers the impossibly awesome line, "Oh, I'm so happy for you, princess. I love you, Allura. Ha ha ha." While she's holding the knife, which she just used to stab you. And then she gets fucking crushed by a rock. It's awesome. I do still, despite my frustration with having not been able to beat the demon in that attempt, that doesn't mean that this game isn't really quite wonderful and messed up. Not something that I would like show the people I work with. Hey, check out this game that I've been playing. But anyway, so that's it. When we come back, folks, Laura in the Millennia costume. See you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.